Fun. All right. Hey, everybody. So I just got off a sales call and I thought it was an interesting call. I want to break it down. So I was talking with two business owners of a short term rental company in a vacation rental area, and they have 50 properties. And I've got this background music. Is that distracting or weird? I thought I'd turn that on and see. I don't know. Maybe it makes this sound cool. I have no idea. Thought I'd test it out. Always try new stuff. So I said they'll probably have 80 properties by fall. They're adding a bunch of doors. We did the math, and the amount of money they make on 10 to 15 units is somewhere about $6,000 in revenue or profit, or however they did their math. And so I was just helping them see, because they were like, we're at a kind of a spot right now where we need to stop. We need to stop growing, stop adding doors, because we don't have the systems, and we need. I said, well, what do you feel you need? And they said, we need hiring. I was like, okay. So what most coaches or salespeople might do in that instance is be, oh, let me tell you all about hiring. We can help you with hiring. So I said, well, we can certainly help you with that, but why do you need to hire? And so, like, who do you need to hire? Oh, we need to hire a quality inspector to inspect the rental properties after they're cleaned. And I said, well, is the cleaning not being done well? And they said, no, not always. I'm like, well, tell me more about that. So somebody could have gone, oh, well, here's how to solve this by process, right? So I was curious and helpful. And I asked then, okay, well, tell me about your cleaning companies. And they said, well, we have two. One of them is pretty good, and they do a good job. The other one, not so good. And I said, can you just get another company? Can you just hire another company? And we've already tried like 5 different ones, and it's just been a pain. I said, okay. And so then my brain is thinking, like, this is a solvable problem, but you can't control. They're wanting to try and control externally the quality of another company. They've already got 50 properties, and they're planning to scale this significantly. To me, it seemed pretty obvious. Some of you listening might be like, this sounds obvious too. You need to build your own cleaning company. But they admitted to me at the beginning of the call that they suck at hiring. You can't go build a company, your own cleaning company, if you suck at hiring. So I helped them understand, like, you need to build your own cleaning company. They're like, well, we were thinking maybe we would once we got to this size, whatever. I'm like, but if you want to control quality. So I went over the 3 fits. Some of you heard me share this framework. And then it was clear to them after I shared the 3 fits why their hiring these companies isn't working out, because they can't control those. And then we talked about why they're having trouble hiring internally, because they aren't matching those 3 fits. And we talked about the process myth, because they were thinking we just need more controls. If you're at a stage in business where growth is feeling like you need more controls to grow, you probably are falling prey to what I call the process myth. So I explained that. This is this myth that if I just create enough processes, or if I get a quality inspector to inspect after cleaning and force process and stuff like this, and quality control, if I micromanage more, then I'll get better output. This is the wrong solution to the problem, right? There's a better solution. And that's the process myth. Really what we need team members that share our values, and we need team members that are a good culture fit, share our values, and we need team members that are a good personality fit for the role. And if you're hiring outside companies, you can't control that. And so, and no amount of process or micromanaging or controls is going to get mediocre people to perform with excellence. It will not get a mediocre company to perform with excellence. This is an impossible game. So they were about to go down a route of trying to hire somebody to micromanage a shitty company and follow up. So they're just spending more money upon more money rather than going in-house where they would have a lot more profit margin and better people if they could get this dialed in. So then we talked about the 3 key systems to becoming scalable. People, hiring the right team, the right hiring process, planning, and process. People, planning, and process. These are the 3 systems. Most people overcompensate on process when they really just need a better team. You cannot out-process a mediocre team. You can, though, have an amazing team and a complete lack of processes, and they will figure out their own processes. They will make things work. The outcomes and the results you want will be done, and it can be great. And so that people are more important than process. And if you are working with coaches or talking to property managers, like it's all about process, these people do not generally have super scalable businesses. It's not all about process. People are more important. That's a more important system. People trumps process. You also need a good planning system, because even if you have great people, if you don't have a good planning system, they are not going to perform anywhere near their capacity. They're going to wait for you to tell them what to do. And so we need a strategic planning system that gets outcomes. They were familiar with EOS or traction, so I explained the fundamental flaws with that system and how it plays to the ego of the visionary, and how it's because they are trying to sell to visionaries, integrators, and it overinflates the importance of integrators. And this is a very top-down system. So I explained to them how we coach clients to do planning, how it's more of a bottom-up system, how it gets the team engaged and sold on the vision, how they become entrepreneurs and they start to move the business forward. When you give great people a really good system, a really good planning system, they become rock stars. This is how you create a rock star company. People, planning, and process. If they get these 3 things dialed in, they will be able to scale and add doors as quick as they want to without stopping. And anytime you stop adding doors to go focus on systems and processes, you go to systems conferences and process stuff and to geek out on software, when the business owner shifts their focus off of generating revenue towards that stuff, it usually causes a 6-month to a 1-year sales slump minimum, where there's a lack of momentum and a lack of growth. This is foolishness in a business. You cannot take your eye off the main goal of the business, which is to generate revenue and to continue to grow in financial, power and success, right? You need to keep the business growth happening. Don't stop growing the business. You need to make the business scalable, and you need those systems, the 3 systems in place, so that you can continue to grow and scale. So stop stopping. We need to get you to stop stopping the growth in your business, because this is why a lot of companies get stuck between 200 to 400 units, can't break past 600, because they just keep pausing, stopping, trying to hire. Oh, I need them to better this, or I need a new this. And then they go geek out on some systems and some software, and they stop focusing on business development. So if you, all this started becoming clear. I could see the wheels turning as I'm talking to these 2 gentlemen. And they're like, oh, like there were so many things they were about to do wrong. They couldn't see it. And you are too close to the fire in your own business. Get on a call with us. Let us help you see a different path than maybe what you think is the problem, and show it to you so that you're clear. And then we can show you how we can help you do just that. And so I went over several frameworks with them. I went over the 4 reasons, the 5 currencies, escaping property management hell, and how we do that with time studies, building the wrong team around the wrong person. I sometimes call that the puzzle sort of analogy. And then I gave them a free training called the Process Myth training to watch, and our offer doc for our super system level of our mastermind. So we'll see if they sign up to become a client. But it's very clear to me this is a very solvable challenge, and they will be able to double the size of their business very quickly if they work with us and get these things in place. Otherwise, they'll probably do what most do, which is Russian roulette, hiring, trying to figure stuff out, failing over and over again, maybe for 5 years to a decade before they finally either burn out or get the results that they have been working on. So I know that in a year, I can collapse time significantly and get them at least 5 to maybe 10 years of stuff accomplished in or learning without all the mistakes and trial and error. We collapse time significantly. So if you are one of these stubborn entrepreneurs like I used to be, thinking I can figure it out all on my own, I don't need anybody's help, what a coach is going to do for me anyway. Let me tell you, I've worked with a lot of coaches since I finally worked with my first coach, and they always help me collapse time. They help me learn, and it's pretty rare that I've had some bad coaches, but usually I learn something from any of them that I work with. And you are definitely going to learn some of the best ways to make your business scalable from DoorGrow. So reach out to us. Let us help you out. Don't be the stubborn idiot that just tries to do everything on your own. I've been that guy, and that guy has a lot more stress and struggles a lot more. It's a lot more fun to be winning, and it's a lot more fun to collapse time, and it's a lot more fun to work with experts. And the smartest people, the people that you look up to the most in your industry or in business or entrepreneurism, I guarantee they have coaches. I guarantee they've been part of programs. I guarantee they join masterminds. They are investing a lot in themselves. I invest a lot in myself so that I have stuff to give to my clients. And so don't work with coaches that don't have coaches. Like that's just a lack of integrity. Like, work with coaches that believe in coaching. And it may not be me, and it may not be DoorGrow, but you need a coach. You need somebody. So go get somebody. All right, that's it for today. Until next time, everybody, to our mutual growth. And if you took nothing away from this, make sure you don't jump right into trying to solve somebody's challenges. Ask deeper questions and get to the bottom of what's really going on. These two gentlemen, they want to become better entrepreneurs, and they're just lacking some knowledge. It's not really just about hiring. And it's not really about finding a better cleaning company. It's about building a better business and building a better, healthier mindset as an entrepreneur, so you understand how to solve all these problems. We're going to help them do that if they let me.